and I've known Carl for a couple of years through association with his wife, who's a massage therapist in Holly Lake. We found out recently that Carl had cancer, and as a community and as a group, we decided to try to get together to see what we could do to help them. And donations were always welcome, and we decided to do a couple of days where I worked and donated my fees to the cause, and they were donating materials and
let's be specific here, Doctor of
chiropractic.
Okay. Because I don't want
Everybody around us, the family, and Carl being just the nicest guy in the world, great father, husband, and grandfather. We just all wanted to help, knowing Melinda and the family. It was just a great idea, and we knew how much it would benefit them. To see how many people helped and how much they wanted to help.
Good answer. And let's talk about the car for a second. Explain how this works. It's a beautiful machine, by the way. It's something that really belongs in a museum, showpiece someplace. We had the raffle, and I guess one thing led to another. What happened?
Well, Garland decided that, through the kindness of his heart, he's the son-in-law, and if he had a third child, that car would probably have been his third child. And he donated his third child to the car to go into the raffle. And tickets were sold, and I bought a couple of them, never expecting to win, but won. And as soon as we got that phone call, it was pretty much immediate. There was no way we were going to keep that car. And so we dragged it on for a few days until we got here in town. And then let them know that we weren't going to keep it, we would tell them personally. But it's a great car. It just goes way too fast for me.
Sweetheart.
We're very close.
Now, good dad? I mean,
Oh yes, best dad in the world.
not too strict on you either?
Not too bad.
Okay. Well, talk about this. I mean, as his daughter, I can only imagine what the emotion was. How did that moment go? Did he actually tell you, honey, I got something I got to tell you?
Yeah, it was probably one of the worst days we've ever had, but we got through it, and we knew that God would take care of us, and we knew that we had to do something and do our part. And he went to doctors and found out he would be accepted to go down to MD Anderson, and we thought, what can we do? What can the community do in order to help him, since he's had his own company, to get that treatment that he needs? They wanted to put together a big benefit for him, and we had 450 to 500 people show up in a small town and raised a whole bunch of money and had a lot of time. It was a great celebration of his life, and it was really neat. And then we had other people do cooking for him and a car wash. And when we found out that he was going to get accepted down to MD Anderson, they had called and told us that they needed to raise money in order for him to be a candidate. And Dad had offered to raffle off his custom buffet, and then all of a sudden I got a call from my husband, and he said he was raffling his car, and that just was so touching to me, because the first man in my life was being helped by the man in my life now, so it was just a very heartwarming event in the world to me. So now it's amazing how God can use something you can't stand and you think is useless for his good and his plan, because it went from hating it to, oh, this is helping my dad, and then now it's done so much, and it's right back here with us, so it's like family now.
April 4th, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer, and it had spread to my liver, and it didn't look good. Of course, it was hard to comprehend, hard to digest at first, but as we got into it, we were just amazed at the people that began to support us, and
Let's talk about this for a second.
okay.
Reaction.
I'm blessed with a very strong wife that's able to see things very clearly, and we just set out to discover what we could do and what needed to be done, and take each step as we come to it.
That brings us to where we were, MD Anderson. You you needed funding. I don't know if they gave you a dollar figure or anything like that.
28,000.
28,000? Whew, that's a good
To get
piece of
started,
change.
yeah.
But you needed funding just to get there.
Right, the insurance that I had was okay for hospitalization, but didn't have very good outpatient coverage. And anybody that's been through this knows that this is all outpatient. And it's very expensive, so we had to come up with some funding somehow. And that's when these raffles, I wish we could do a story about everybody. It's just been incredible. And let me say this, you don't know how much help it is when you're telling somebody you're praying for you, or when you're helping somebody, or you're encouraging somebody. You don't realize how much it helps until you're on the other end of on the receiving end. It really does help.
Well, by the way, I'm going to put my car up for that.
What son-in-law does that? What son-in-law donates, gives away a car with that much value to it? Just gives it away. And then raffles it, goes through the headache of raffling it, and then turns around and what friend, what person wins a car and gives it back? That's incredible.
In some sense, you've been able to sit back and watch this, and it gives you a unique perspective that nobody else in this room has. Is you've watched the effect of their caring for you, on the effect that it's had on them.
And not only their effect that they're caring for me, but how it's brought everyone close together. I mean, people that knew each other before are now very, very dear friends. That's it. I mean, that sums it all up, and I can't say it big enough. Those words aren't big enough, but that's the message.
And sometimes words like that can be, as strong as anything that you can put together in there. Feel good right now?
Yeah, I feel good.
All right. She's not on camera, but I'm going to turn the mic to her. Has he have you seen a difference in his, maybe his spiritual attitude? Or has he been uplifted a lot by this?
No, he has been uplifted, but he's always been close to God, and he points everyone in that direction to God. And so through this, he's using the situation to lead others to God, and to show that God is in control of our lives. And like he says, if he leaves us, he's going to be in a far better place than we're in.
Okay, I know how to spell that last name. Very good. Now, how long have you had this particular vehicle?
Since 05.
05. And you had basically, did you do a rebuild on this?
Yes.
Okay. So you dropped the engine in? And,
Right.
Okay.
Well, I had someone do it, but yes.
okay. With a lot of guys who love cars, it's a labor of love. They look at those things like they're babies.
Yes.
So yeah,
You're not. It was something that was a toy, and when we got the news, I thought that it was the best thing to do at the time.
Was there a sense, knowing the value
Right.
of what this, you knew what you were giving up?
Exactly. I did.
Okay. So it was important for you to make it, not only make an effort here, but to say, you know what, I can do more than just, kick in a couple of dollars for a pastry or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. What was the reaction? Now I know your wife's reaction. She already told me. What was the reaction of everybody else when you sprung it on them and said, "Hey, I'm going to get this to happen"?
They were surprised, and I think that really is what got it in motion and got everyone else involved.
I hate to be dramatic about it, but it's very impressive to see, somebody. It's like coming up and handing a blank check to somebody and saying, "Here, you fill in the blank."
Right.
I mean, that's an impressive thing to do because they know you're not just giving away a $10 bill.
Correct. We had something else happening, more bad news, but it wasn't. It was our car in the driveway, and honestly, I thought that there was something wrong with it. And he needed me to look at it or tell him how to drive it or what. I did not expect to get it back. That was a big surprise.
Yeah. Now, what happened? Did he just hand you the keys or what?
Honestly, I wasn't there. He handed my wife the keys
Ah, okay.
and then told her, and then he drove it to our house.